Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So Tim just left for work. It's like 2:30 I think. I don't even know. Our power went out and now the time's all messed up on our stove and stuff, and I don't have my phone out here. Oh, excuse me. But it's like I think like close to 2:30. I got home last night. You know, we went over and I took Ella over to see her grandma, mainly because I had a package over there waiting for me, and I was really excited to get this package, and I was really let down when I opened it up. So me and this lady on my one Facebook group, I'm not gonna disclose her information. I have tried to do epoxy pens in the past and I'm just not good at it. It was not worth it. It was not working out for me. I wasted so much money trying to do pens because the pens that you use to do are not cheap. Like, they're not cheap at all. I'm sorry about the loud noises outside. Our neighbor's doing God knows what to his house. It's so loud. Anyways, I tried to do the epoxy pens. I just wasn't good at it, so I just said, screw it. You know, I figured I would just do an even trade with someone. And I have a brand new big pack of 22 count pens, and they're worth like $26-ish. And I put it up on the epoxy pens group, and I said that I would ship the pens to someone in exchange for equal value worth of pens, you know, to their, or, you know, we'll do an even exchange. You give me a few pens in the designs that I do so choose, and I will give you the pack of 22 pens for, you know, free, essentially. So these pens that I got are worth 25 bucks. She said that they are $5 a piece that she charges. So if she charges $5 times 22, that's how much, right? So that's essentially all profit, you know, minus 25 bucks. Not even, you know, for these pens that I got. And I was super excited once we set up the deal, and then I started to question if they were ever gonna get sent out to begin with. I felt like she was trying to scam me out of these pens, asking when I was gonna be shipping out the like new pack, and she refused to send me information and everything like that on these pens. And I had asked her multiple times if she could send pictures when she gets a minute, and she said that she would send them in the morning, but morning never came. And she sent me a picture a few days later and said that she only took one raw photo before they had epoxy or anything like that on them. And I think she had just started them. I'm pretty sure she was going to be scamming me. And even then, I thought maybe she had just printed the wraps and didn't put epoxy on them because she had intended to scam me anyways, and it would save her, you know, it'd be easier for her to show proof pictures of before the epoxy and just throw those wraps away because there was nothing on it holding it to the pen. But I need to go change out my battery, and then I will show you guys these catastrophic pens. I am so unhappy with how these turned out, and I messaged the chick and she said that she's willing to remake them, that she's never had this issue and didn't even see the bug that is on one of my pens. How she didn't see it, I don't know. I'll show you guys here in a minute once I go change out my battery. Alright, you guys, so these are the pens. So I had 3 of them made for gifts. These 3 were made for gifts. These 2 I wanted for myself. Now, this one, if you guys don't know, it's Milwaukee. It's Tim's favorite brand of tools. So the wrap, you can see, is very clearly not cut right. There's like epoxy missing. There's a lot of spots on these pens where there's absolutely no epoxy. There's lots of little air bubbles that she did not run with a torch or anything like that before the pens. However, let me just hold this up to one of Tim's Milwaukee tools. And excuse, our mess of a house, but the color is not even close. This is more of an orange color as opposed to the Milwaukee red color. So, Tim was a little unhappy with that to begin with. But like I said, this was a gift, and I asked her if she could make it the true Milwaukee red color. And she said sure, and she sends me this orangish red color. This one here, the Minnie Mouse one, not bad. I planned on making this for not making it, but giving it to my aunt. She loves all things Disney, and I don't know what's going on with this one, but there's like this spot here. You can really see it against my white countertop. Down here at the bait or the tip of it. So you've got that going on. I'm not even concerned about how the wrap doesn't line up. You can very clearly see where the wrap begins and ends, but like here you can really see where it like dips down at right here. There's no epoxy right there at all. So that one was a letdown. And also real quick, on the tips of these, you guys can see that there's the ball protectors, so they don't accidentally write on something. This one is my biggest letdown. This I had intended to give to my sister-in-law. First things first, let me find some light here. Maybe you guys can see a little bit better. That big bump there? I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see it. I can see it like plain as day. Let me maybe try shining my light on it. Seems like I'm not going to be able to get it good enough lighting for you guys. Just wants to focus on everything in the background. Ella, hey. There you go. You can see that fruit fly. And then, I don't know, Ella Ray, hey, don't be making a mess. Can you be a little quieter, please? Just a little bit while Mommy's recording. I don't know what's going on with that. This weird, like, bump. It literally dents my fingernail in. So I don't know what's going on there. And then down here at the tip, like I said, I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see this, but there's no epoxy even down here towards the base of the wrap. But just the fact that she didn't see that fruit fly, right here in the epoxy, she puts the pens back together and she didn't see that. It's a little throwing off to me. This one, it's cute in and of itself, right? That's not what I asked for, though. I asked for cow print, not cow rawhide, or cowhide. I specifically asked for white with black spots. That's a cow, yep. Stay off of my stuff now. But it turned out good, but I specifically asked for the black with white, or the white with black spots on it. This one, there's folds in the wrap. Like, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't even epoxy something like that to begin with. I would have taken it off, reprinted it, and redone it. And then the fact that there's, you know, very clearly, like, bubbles that she didn't pop that ended up bursting on their own after the epoxy had cured. And it's so bumpy and just horrible feeling. I'm just so underwhelmed with these. And also, back to the thing with the ballpoint tips. All of these ones have it. The Minnie Mouse, the Milwaukee, the Cowhide, and the Pig all have the ballpoint, like, protectors on them. Now, this does not. Which begs me to get the answer of, is this a pen that was used before? Why does it not have the protector on it? That's been bugging me as well. And that and fruit fly, it just... She claims that she's had well over 1,000 pen orders and she's never had this issue before, but that one other person has messaged her in the last 4 days that have received their orders, and they're bumpy and lifting and stuff like that. But I can very clearly feel these imperfections when I'm just even holding this. I can feel dips in the epoxy. It's not a nice smooth finish. It's not, they're not comfortable to hold on to, and I'm very unhappy about it, and I can't even fix it because I can't make the epoxy pens. I've tried multiple times to do that and I just cannot get them. I can't for the life of me epoxy pens. I always get the pen stuck onto the wooden dowel, even though I've used a silicone stopper at points it slips off. I've tried using Vaseline. Nothing I do stops the dowel from sticking onto the pen. And now I'm stuck with these 5 pens that are complete and utter crap, one with a fruit fly stuck to it. Like, I understand fruit flies, I really do. They're a pain in the butt. Believe me, I know, I have one flying around my camera right now. But if you have a bug stuck in your epoxy, sand it out and re-epoxy. I've had this happen to me 2 times now. I've had a fruit fly get stuck, and I notice it right away. One was on a dark blue cup, and one was on a dark black spot of a cup. How do you not see that there's a bug stuck, especially right when it's at the end where you put everything into? I don't know. I'm really unhappy with these. She told me to send them back, that she would remake them, but at this point I don't even know if I want to do that, because it took her 3 weeks to make these 5 pens. She gave me the shipping label on a Wednesday, proceeded to not ship them out until Monday of next week, and claims that she had shipped them out. Refused to send me pictures of the finished product. They're full of bumps and bubbles and bugs, and I don't know. I really don't know. I think I may just send them back to her. Tell her to keep the pens, do whatever with. And I'll just keep my pens and find someone else to go through because these are utter crap. I'm so unhappy with this. Like, I would never send something like this out. Knowing that it's full of bubbles, there's a bunch of spots that don't have epoxy, it has bugs on it. Like, if it's got bugs, sand that bitch out. It's really not that complicated, people. What? No, you don't need a lighter. But yeah, so I'm unhappy. But it's not going to be the end of the world. I will take you guys out and show you guys epoxy stuff that I've been up to. And everything once I get Ella back that way, because I don't want her just out here and being able to get outside. Because I don't know if Tim's going to be coming back after he gets his mom dressed. He might not be going to Erie, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be. And they're most likely going to be taking our car. So, yeah. I'm going to get stuff gathered up. I need to get this put in with all of my craft show stuff. And I'll catch you guys up in a little bit. Alright, so I just got some stuff cutting on my Cricut. I'm going to be making some of the color changing cups for my craft show. I'm going to make 8 of them in this specific design, 2 of each color. And I will have my Cricut there, so if I need to, I can always print out, like cut out more while I'm there and make them on demand. But, ouch. It's cutting. So this is the stuff that I made last night. I made this Mama Bear keychain with the rose gold eyelet, this scrub top, and this scrub top, 2 green sea turtles, a mama and a baby. I made a purple wolf and the black wolf, and then I have this tic-tac-toe board with green and black X's and O's. Got this cup here and this cup here. I'm cutting out the decal for this one right now as well. And then I have 3 other colors to cut for these color changing cups that I'm doing. But right now, I'm going to go in and edit as long as this little one. Hey, don't put those on your feet. You're going to get them stuck. As long as she lets me. She's been being so bad today. It's been a little ridiculous. But this too shall pass. We'll get through it. We'll be fine. But Tim's print is done and I'm so excited. It's for me. It's this printed 3D movable fabric or stretchable fabric or whatever. It literally just looks like this. It's just like a sheet. But it, you can stretch it and like shrink it down and stuff. Like it's fun to play with. Tim printed me 8 more of them so that I can connect them all together if I wanted to. Because I think it would be more fun to play with if it was bigger, but it's really fun to play with. But he printed me 8 more of them so that I can add those to it, or yeah, add the new ones to the old ones. Stay away from mommy's stuff. Hey, no ma'am. She's been having a habit of getting into my stuff lately. She dumped one of my things of glitter all over my table earlier just this morning. I literally cannot leave her alone for 5 minutes by herself without checking on her. But anyways, he printed me those, and then I can take them to the craft show and sell them individually or as sets, or what have you. So Tim keeps raising this chair and it's literally driving me nuts because it's too tall for me. But I need to sit down and edit, and Tim ended up going up to Erie like I had thought, but we weren't sure if he was gonna have to go or not. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this editing done so that I can keep an eye on her more. I don't know what it is. It's just been like this last like week. It's been horrible. Yeah, I can't leave her alone for 5 minutes, and she's getting into this stuff. At least, you know, where she's at now, I can see her right there. So that makes it a little bit easier, but it's still quite stressful. Having to monitor every single thing that she's doing all the time. But anyways, I'm gonna get this editing done, and I will check in with you guys after I get this all done. Shouldn't be too long, but yeah.